How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy, B. Brandon from the Ohio. Yeah, he sent me off a bunch of beers, some mystery beers. That does not suck. Little 12-ounce jammer. We have no idea what this would be. But, on a pour, good God, what is that? That's light. Very, very light. Yeah, this isn't the first beer mail that Brandon has sent me, but it's been a little bit since he sent me something off. He contributed to the cause of the old mystery beer, answered the bell, and this is what we have in front of us right now. I'm leaning like almost like it's a kettle sour or probably like even like a saison in a can. Just over an index finger, decently creamy kind of head to it. Almost white, perfect white, just off perfect white, but very close. Pretty uniform bubble scenes, a couple little neurotic kind of stragglers floating around, but man, she's light. She's relatively clear with the ever so slightest bit of haze, screaming some kind of like saison, table beer, farmhouse ale, kettle sour, something along those lines. So yeah, I mean, she looks pretty damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Thirst quenching. See if I can get a nose. Snorting a little bit of goodness there. I'm gonna lean table beer. Yeah, table beer, low ABV table beer. It does definitely have a kind of yeast-driven kind of beer kind of vibe to it. It's not necessarily like malt in your face. Not that it would be with that kind of look to it. But there's also not a big tartness, at least not in the nose. It's more of just a soft graininess. Even table beer is kind of tough on this one because it's not giving me a huge yeast profile. This has got to be super low ABV. We've got to be talking like sub 4% on this sucker, somewhere around those lines. So, I mean, the way it's sitting now, could even be somebody's Pilsner. I might even lean more in that direction because at first I thought I was getting a little bit of kind of a little bit of a floral kind of Belgian kind of characteristic from the yeast, but I'm not really getting that now. So maybe it's just somebody's super low ABV kind of lager, something along those lines. Maybe like something like a lager adjacent, like a grisette or something along those lines. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Now I'm thinking. Here's the deal. So, not too long ago, I mean yesterday. Oh no, 2 days ago, sorry. I did a mystery beer. And it ended up being a macro beer. And I'd never called it a macro beer. But it had all the characteristics of macro beer in it. I was like, it tastes like, kind of has little corn vibes, little rice vibes, this, that, and the other thing. I thought it was somebody's kind of attempt at like a super low ABV, like, not even low ABV, like a non-alcoholic kind of macro kind of lager. That's kind of the exact thing I want to go for here. But here's the catch. That subtle haze cannot be macro. It can't be macro. There's no way that can be macro. They would never allow that amount of haze. And I know it's not hazy in the grand scheme of things. So, it can't be. It can't be a macro beer, but it's too clean to be macro. I'm not getting any of those kind of corn or ricey vibes, but I am getting kind of adjunct lager, kind of cleanliness and crispiness to the point where there's so little to do with it. So, I know it's not macro. It's just somebody's table beer, man. They're going to call it a table beer, I think. They're going to call it like a 3.2% table beer. So, it is... That's all I have. 3.2% table beer from Jackie O's, maybe. I can see it being Jackie O's. I do know they do a lot of... He sent me a bunch of Jackie O's. That's kind of one of the breweries though he sends me stuff from. And they are one of the few breweries I know that are crafty in and around this area that do the 12-ounce cans, so it kind of makes me think it might be from there, but I'm not going to sit here and call out what beer it is, because I didn't even know they made anything close to that. So Yeah, 3.2% table beer. That's all I got going on. I don't think it's a Kolsch. I don't think it's a lager. If whoever produces beer decided to call it that, I'm not going to sit here and get on my high horse and scream and yell and all that kind of stuff about how it's not that beer. But it just comes off more table beer than just like a Kolsch or lager or something like that. It's too light. Let's see what we have here. So, we have here Jackie O's. So, we're right so far. This is yellow beer, sustainably crafted with a purpose. This is 12 ounces. This is their American Golden Ale at 4.5%. There you go. I'm fine with that. American Golden Ale, that's kind of, the Americanized bastard version of a table beer. I thought it was even lower in ABV. They call it yellow beer because they're going on that whole joke. I got to sneeze. That's why I'm making a weird face. The whole fizzy yellow beer thing. And really it was... Ooh, man, sneezes. These season allergies, man. I didn't have allergies up until a couple years ago, and now they're hitting me so hard this year. It's not even funny. Anyway, it's pretty much what I thought it was, which is a brewery and a well-respected brewery doing the macro adjunct lager thing, but with better ingredients. I mean, that's kind of what I said, right, guys? Let's see what's underneath this. I think this is just a blank can. Oh, no. I think this might actually be a beer. Oh. Oh, that's kind of fun. This, apparently, they bought too many cans for Raz Wheat, which is always a kick. I get it. I have no problem with people re-stickering cans like that, but I was just curious to see what was underneath it. Anyway, but yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. I was off in the ABV. I thought it was a little bit smaller. But let's put it this way. If I can get that 30 rack of that, all day with that thing. Is it one of the better low ABV kind of American micro brew micro brew? Goddamn, I haven't said that word in forever. Kind of crafty version of fizzy yellow beer. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna really wow you with any kind of overt flavor profile, but it's fun, it's tasty, it's drinkable. I'm a fan. Value availability, no idea. Jackie O's does get decent distro, so Brandon or anybody out there in the OHIO, yeah, that's how you spell it, right? Man, that was a hard one. Fuck, I'm awesome. Anyway, let us know what's what and leave you with if you like what we like this beer. If you like chuggers, if you like chugging beers, if you want to shotgun beers, this beer is meant to be shotgunned. I just wish it was actually even lower in ABV because that's the way it kind of comes off as far as impact. So there we go, another review in the books. Mystery beer, mind you. If you liked it, enjoyed it, you can write down there. If you really enjoy them, you can always send mystery beers. Not just me or anybody else out there who does the mystery beer stuff. The only way we can do them is through you dudes. So if you want to reach out, you're more than welcome. Matt at massivebeers.com or massivebeers@gmail.com. They both go to the same place. And yeah, Massive Beers, if you want to check me out in the social media stuff, just type that in. Same thing with Beer Massif. I believe we talked to the guys from Jackie O's before on there. In the old radio station version. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a fizzy yellow beer right now. And hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.